That's it. That's got to be the first time in a long time that I've been on time. 8 o'clock on the dot. How y'all doing? Chris here with you for the next hour and a half, hour 45 minutes or so, as we go over our Tuesday Table Fish quiz. I hope you're well. Hope you're pumped. Hope you had a good weekend and a good tail end the last week. We had our sort of replacement Christmas over the weekend. The slightly COVID interrupted Christmas, so we finally managed to get together with the fam, the extended fam, for a bit of dinner and some Christmas crackers, the odd present. It's lovely. Made it a little bit easier this week to get back to work than I think it was last week. Having actually had something approaching at Christmas. We've got 6 rounds today, of course. General knowledge, what's next, sports and games, movie scenes, science and nature, alphabet soup. And our pixelated today is going to be from a TV show because we have a round of movie stills in round 4. So we didn't want to give you another round of movie stills pixelated. So we have a TV show instead. What's the haps? Hello, Glenn. Hi, Trish and Paul. Trish, is it only Tuesday? It's only Tuesday. Our Tablefish master, Scorcher Katie, who touches everything Tablefish, although is rarely seen. I'm trying to get her to sit in this chair. I'm working on it. You talk about being only on Tuesday. Her company went to a 4-day week this year. They're one of those companies. She's already more than halfway through her working week. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hello, Charles. See people checking in. Healthy enough scoreboard today. We've got Les Lockdown Files, Heaven Knows, and Quiz World Now. You're a quiz at Harry, Team Glenn, No Glutes, Caffrey, Team Kalala, Brennan's Bread, Belty Waves and Bull, the Intrepid Quizzers, Uncivil Servants, and Caledonia McBray. We're not even underway yet. General knowledge, what's next, sports and games, movie scenes, science, nature, and alphabet soup. Apologies for how bloody difficult last week's quiz was. Just looking over it, it was one heck of a quiz. Fair play to Frazzle Dazzle, who took the win. You're a Quizzard in second, Team Glenn in third. But it was a tough enough quiz. Just giving people another moment or two to get in. Fake Frazzle Dazzle on the scoreboard there. Perpetual Motion Squad on the scoreboard, so. Got rattled. Oh! Otherwise it doesn't make sense. Le Lockdown Fee. Is that what I'm going for? Le Lockdown Fee? Le Lockdown Fee? Le Lockdown Fee. I'm going to try to work the pun out here. But my apologies. Yes. It makes sense with the 2 L's, actually. Probably should have seen that. This is actually not an excuse. But in order to scale everything on my monitor, which isn't quite 4K by design, I actually play with the Tablefish scoreboard in a window that's scaled at 70%, so it's really small, and it's only a quarter of my screen. So I actually only glance at the scoreboard. I don't read it. So that's why I've been pronouncing the name wrong. But I'll get it right from here on in. Okay, geez, we're almost ready to start. Man, this is crazy. Starting the quiz on time means it's 5 minutes of just sitting here. Feels like it takes ages. Let's run the intro video. I don't know if I remember to run this stuff late. Let's go. back. Back and we're raring. Team captains, designated answerers, whoever you are, you should now be able to see your answer sheets for round one. Let's get this show on the round. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this round on the road. Let's get this round on the show. Let's do it. Round one, general knowledge. What did John Maynard Keynes study and theorize? It's basically just what branch of science or the arts, humanities is he known for? You don't need to overthink it. What did John Maynard Keynes study and theorize? Question 2. On a standard keyboard, how many F function keys are there? You know them. They go from F1 to... Oh, almost said it. They are the keys above the numbers at the top of the keyboard between escape and print screen. If you're playing this on a computer, don't look at it. On a standard keyboard, how many F function keys are there? Question 3. What sea is located directly north of Poland? And a welcome to Gazadwala, the Tadmeisters, and Lions Tea. What sea is located directly north of Poland? Question 4. Michael Jackson's music video for Black or White featured what child actor? So it's not quite the same, Trish, but on the subject of Is It Only Tuesday, I was thinking the other day, wow, I was thinking a few minutes ago, wow, I've probably done an involuntary dry January. I can't remember the last time I drank, and it's only been 2 days. Michael Jackson's music video for Black or White featured what child actor? Question 5. What is 70% of 70? No beats because of copyright. No, the beats are royalty free as far as I know. The beats were just because I had turned them down on OBS. Thank you, Glenn. I have turned them up again. Bit of mathematics here. What is 70% of 70? What is 70% of 70? Question 6. In France, what is pain perdu? Or if I was trying to play in Smalley's team name, it would be, in France, what is pain perde? In France, what is pain perdu? Question 7. Who directed the 1979 movie Apocalypse Now? Yeah, on the copyright thing, obviously it stops us doing music rounds. I might do a round in a week or two where I like play a kazoo, and we might try to find some royalty-free covers to bring back a music round because they're really good fun. But we still haven't got the old channel back, which is a little bit frustrating. So we might set up a new channel during the week. Just keep an eye on emails when the links come in, because it might stop going to my personal Facebook my personal YouTube at some stage. But yeah, still no luck in getting that channel unbanned. Who directed the 1979 movie Apocalypse Now? And finally, question 8. What army was founded by General William Booth? General's in inverted commas here, which might give a small clue to the people who don't know this. Maybe? What army was founded by General William Booth? I've just realized that you haven't got 9 spots on your answer sheets. Oh well. I don't think any of you were going to get this anyway. Here is the first clue for this week's Pixelated. As I say, this week the Pixelated is a TV show. This isn't actually a scene from a TV show, but this is a picture that is definitely 100% associated with a TV show. I just want you to tell me what TV show it is. If you haven't got a 9th space on your answer sheet, don't worry, I won't give anyone points for round 1. Unless you all got 9 spaces on your answer sheets. I don't really know how that's going to have looked on your end. But this is a scene associated with a TV show. If you have a 9th space in your answer sheet, try to guess which one. If not, maybe just stick it in as your 8th. I'm sure some people have already submitted answers, so it might be annoyed at me. Here is your recap slide for the round. What did John Maynard Keynes study and theorize? Understand the keyboard, how many F function keys are there? What C is located directly in with a pole? And Michael Jackson's music video for Black and White featured what child actor? What is 70% of 70 in France? What is Pam Perdue? Who directed the 1979 movie Apocalypse Now? And finally, what army was founded by General William Booth? Glenn with the brutal honesty as always. It looks like everybody else did have access to a ninth. Oh, I didn't tell you guys the time. We're gonna just assume that it was 8:13. Ooh. I'll give you another 35 seconds to get your answers in. Okay, I'm collecting the answer sheets right now, Team Captain, so if you haven't already hit submit, please do hit it. Right. We're gonna have something. We're gonna have something when it comes to the next when it comes to the answer to question 1. No, let's do it. Ripping a band-aid off. A bunch of you put down mathematics, and some of you put down physics. And I know he studied mathematics and physics, but Keynes could not be more famous and more associated with economics. So I have a sneaking suspicion in seeing one or two of the teams that put down maths that they were being too clever, and that they very much knew that he was associated with economics, but also that he had studied maths. But the answer that we were looking for was economics. So well done if you got that, Keynesian economics. I'll be going. A standard keyboard, how many F function keys are there? If you resisted looking at your keyboard to see, well done to you. There are 12 on mine. I think there are 12 on most. What sea is located directly north of Poland? It's cold this time of year. It is the Baltic Sea. Michael Jackson's music video for Black or White featured a child actor who is very associated with Michael Jackson all throughout his career. It was Macaulay Culkin. 70% of 70 is 49. Well done if you got that. In France, pain perdu is what we call French toast, but we also accepted eggy bread for anyone who wrote that. Roughly the same thing. 1979's Apocalypse Now was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who I think is related to Nicolas Cage. And the army founded by General William Booth is the Salvation Army. So most of you went with a real army, a military army, but the Salvation Army was the army founded by William Booth. So just have a quick flick through here, see if any of you got. One of you did actually. See if any of you too got our. Bonus question. 3 teams got the bonus question. I'm not going to tell you which ones today, but I will give you an update on the scoreboard. So, Team Kalala, the Tanmeisters, and Caledonia Brain, you guys are all leading. We know that Glenn didn't submit anything at all for question 9 because he submitted before I made question 9 available. So well done to Glenn, who got a perfect score from that round and what was available to him. Then we have a bunch of teams on 7s. We have Lions T, we have Les Lockdown Faye, we have Heaven Knows I'm Quizzroll Now, You're Quizzard Harry, Team Glenn, and Fake Frazzle Dazzle. And then a couple of teams on 6s, Belty Waves and a Bull, Uncivil Servants. And then a couple of teams still to get off the mark. So, well done to everybody. Let's get going on with round 2. In round 2, what we're going to show you is successions of things. So if the clues were 1, 2, and 3, the next in the line would be 4, and we're just going to ask you what the next in the kind of sequence is. Nice and simple. I see if you can do a better job of this than Microsoft Excel does. Team captains, you should be able to see your answer sheets. Let's roll. Gold rings, calling birds, French hens. What would come next in this sequence? And Robert, you do not have to apologize at all for your spelling. This quiz is absolutely not a spelling test. As long as we think that you've materially got the answer, we're going to give you the points. I think anyone playing the sports round last week would know that my spelling is the most brutal of anyone regularly involved with table fish. I made a mockery of Novak Djokovic. Gold rings, calling birds, French hens. What else comes in that sequence? Question 2. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton. Remember, order is important. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton. Blank. LXX. LXXXX. XC. Blank. LXX, LXXX, XC, blank. Species, genus, family, blank. Species, genus, family, blank. Question 5. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. Blank. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and blank. Question 6. Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince George, blank. Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince George, and blank. Question 7. Angels and Demons, The Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, and blank. A little bit like the old Bible books. I feel like Dan Brown's novels become linearly less famous as the list goes on. Angels and Demons, The Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, and blank. Question 8. Liesel, Friedrich, Louisa, and blank. Liesel, Friedrich, Louisa, and blank. And that gets us onto our next slightly depixelated version of the same picture from round 1. So here you are. Another chance to get it if you didn't get it the first time. It's actually quite similar to the first ever one of these we did, in terms of how it's depixelating. What TV show is this from? 3 teams got in the first round. I haven't told you who. They'll have to work it out for themselves if they got it or not. We'll see whether they were guessing or whether they actually knew if they go for the same one again. Here's the recap slide for the round. Gold Rings, Calling Birds, French Hens, blank. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, blank. LXX, LXXXX, XC, blank. Species, Genus, Family, blank. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, blank. Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince George, blank. Angels, Demons, Da Vinci Code, Lost Symbol, blank. Liesel, Friedrich, Louisa, blank. Team Captains, it's 8:24.5. You've got until 8:26.5 to get those answers in. And I say, the last Airbenders, you had a brutal first round, but that is a cracking name. So I hope you're still with us because it's an awesome name. How are we doing? You've got about 20 seconds, Team Captains, before I pull in those answer sheets. Alright, collecting them right now. There's a character in the Lost Symbol called Trish Dunn. Her story does not end well. Oh, I guess she doesn't make an appearance in Inferno, so just waiting for everything to be in. Let's go over the answers. Gold rings, polling birds, French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Turtle doves is what we were looking for. Well done if you got that. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, and then we all knew that a James Bond went next. Was it Lazenby? Was it Moore? There was a lot of guesses for Connery. We were looking for Roger Moore, believe it or not. Older than Sean Connery, but came 2 James Bonds after him. LXX is, I'm going to get this wrong now, it's going to be tremendously embarrassing. LXX is 70. LXXX is 80. XC is 90. And that means we're looking for C, which is 100. Well done if you got that. There was a lot of people who knew it was Roman numerals and gave some combination of Roman numerals. Very interesting. But C, plain and simple, is all we were looking for. Species, genus, family. When we talked about the James Bonds, I said order is important. Remember that. There you go. Species, genus, family, order. That's how we break things down. And at the other end of the science v fiction spectrum, we have Genesis v Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, or Numeri. Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince George, and then the line of succession has Princess Charlotte. So if you were scrambling around trying to think who Princess George's firstborn son was, you were bound to fail, unfortunately. Angels, Demons, Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, and Inferno. Liesel, Friedrich, Luisa, and Kurt. A lot of people saying Greta, who I suspect is another one of the Von Trapp children. But well done if you did well on that round. Let's have a quick look at the updated scoreboard and what impact it's had on the table. Well, we have clear leaders. They're the Tadmeisters. Well done to them, absolutely smashing results, 2 8s in a row. Lions T, you're the Quizzard. Both tied for second. They've gone 7 and 8. Caledonia McBraid, Glyn there in 4th. Heaven knows I'm quiz well now. Team Kalali, you guys are tied for 5th. Lay Lockdown Faye. Team Glen, Fake Fazadazzle, and Uncivil Servants rounding out the top 10. So well done to all of ye. And on we go with round 3, sports and games. Team captains or designated answering people, you should be able to see your answer sheets now. Let's do it. World of Blank is a video game often abbreviated to WoW. It was very, very big back in the day. I think at one point in 2012 it had about 10 or 12 million subscribed players, which was at the time was huge. Huge. Particularly in its genre. World of W Blank is a video game often abbreviated to WoW. Question 2. Australia's recent cricket win over England saw them retain what sporting trophy? Australia's recent cricket win over England saw them retain what sporting trophy? Question 3. In the Winter Olympics, what sport is played or competed in both a long track and short track format? Everybody knows that I'm excited for the Winter Olympics kicking off next month. If you don't, you do now. Stoked. The only thing that's sickening is that it's in a Beijing time zone, but whatever. Get up early in the morning. Watch people go way too fast with way little ability to stop in various different ways. It's great. It's wow. In Winter Olympics, what sport is played on both a long track and a short track format? Question 4. What insurance company sponsors the home stadiums of both Bayern Munich and Ejects Nice? What do people get? I'll tell you what. Irish teams were predictably and proudly bad at the UK line of succession. Fair play to all involved. Angels and Demons was tricky. Way more of you got numbers than I thought would get it. So fair play to you. One insurance company sponsors the home stadiums of both Bayern Munich and Ejects Nice. Question 5. In American sports, what does the acronym OT usually stand for? In American sports, what does the acronym OT usually stand for? Question 6. In the first 4 sets of Olympic volleyball match, the winner is the first team to score what? Assuming they get to that score 2 ahead of the opponent, you know how it is with those net sports. In the first 4 sets of an Olympic volleyball match, the winner is the first team to score what score? Question 7. The 3 fencing blades used in Olympic fencing are the foil, the épée, and the what? It's more of a standard swordy type name than foil and épée. If I was like fighting a medieval battle and I was like, Squire, go get me my foil, I don't know if I would sound that serious, but the third sword I think it's a more real sounding sword. The 3 fencing blades used in Olympic fencing are the foil, the épée, and the what? Finally, question 8. Name either of the teams in last weekend's Leinster Senior Men's Club football final in Croke Park. Name either of the 2 teams. Pray for Frazzle Dazzle. And pray for Glenn. Name either of the teams in last weekend's Leinster Senior Men's Club football final. And that gets us on to our third depixelated picture. I think we're getting there now. As I've said to you before, a good trick with this is to move further away from the screen. The human body has a bizarre ability to piece together images with little information, but it works better from far away. And here's your recap slide for the round. It is round 3, so I'll go back to this recap slide in a moment. Just before I do, 2 things I want to do very, very quickly. So firstly, usually this is the point on the quiz that I ask you for contributions, and I'm still going to do that, don't worry. But there is something else we wanted to run by you guys today. We wanted to introduce a new concept. We'll see how it goes. It might be something that still exists next week. It might be something that we've already put aside. But we call them Tablefish Shorts. Shorts are 1 minute recaps of historic Tablefish rounds. The questions are asked in quick-fire manner, and the answers are given immediately. And we've stuck up a couple of examples of them on a TikTok page and on a YouTube page. The reason we're doing them is sort of threefold. One, we have this amazing back catalog of questions, and we've no idea what to do with them. We can't really reuse them that easily on our normal quizzes, but we can put them into this format and use that to try to reach new audiences and new people, and give other people a chance to be introduced to Tablefish, and hopefully bring them towards these live quizzes on a Tuesday, which I still think is the most important thing to me anyway. And the final reason is to give you guys, if you've missed the quiz, a chance to catch up on it. So each week I'll try to release at least the general knowledge and alphabet soup rounds as Tablefish Shorts. In terms of what they actually, I don't know why, but I can't play the video that's embedded, but they look a little bit like that. They last less than 60 seconds because they have to be counted as a short for Google's purposes. And if you fancy giving me a hand, it would be swell if you could go to either the YouTube channel, which is this YouTube channel for now, or the TikTok channel, watch a couple, like them, engage with them, all of those sort of good, lovely social media things. And this particular week, that'll be better than any contribution you can give us. That said, I still want to put this slide up because I have updated it, and I want to thank everyone on the right hand side of the slide who contributed to the running costs of Tablefish in the last quarter of last year. You're all awesome. We really appreciate it. Lions T, I'm still curious as to how you managed to change the official name on whatever card you used to pay to the name of your team. That is sick. Fair play to you guys. But thank you to everybody else who support us. We really do appreciate it. If you feel like supporting us, you can scan that QR code or go to www.tablefish.com/contribute. So let's get back to the recap slide. Let's turn off full screen. World of W blank is a video game often abbreviated to WoW. Australia's recent cricket win over England saw them retain What Sporting trophy. In the Winter Olympics, What Sport is played in both a long track and a short track format. What insurance company sponsors the home stadiums of Bayern Munich and Ejects Nice? In American sports, what does the acronym OT usually stand for? In the first 4 sets of Olympic volleyball matches, the winner is the first team to what score? The 3 fencing blades in Olympic fencing are the foil, the epee, and the watt, and name either the teams last week's Leinster Senior Men's Football Final. I'll stick the details, the links to those 2 places where you can see our shorts in the chat. Have a look at them during the break. Let us know what you think. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll be back for the second half of the quiz at 8:45. So in about 6 minutes, I will talk to all of you beautiful people then. I'm collecting those answer sheets right now, though, so if you haven't already hit submit, please do hit it. I think you guys, you did all right on that, right? All right, let's go over the answers to the sports and games round. Skip through this. World of Warcraft. Wow. A Morpig. Massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Tremendously successful. Australia's recent cricket win over England saw them retain the Ashes trophy. In the Winter Olympics, what sport is played over both a long and short track? Yeah, we were looking for speed skating as the answer there. Speed skating. Long track speed skating, about 400 meters, and short track speed skating about 100 meters in lap length. What insurance company sponsors the home stadiums of both Bayern Munich and Ejects Nice? Working in the insurance world, I know these two insurance companies are big rivals, so it did make me smile a little bit how many people weren't sure whether it was AIG or Allianz. But it's the Allianz Arena. Well done if you got that. In American sports, what does the acronym OT stand for? It usually stands for overtime. In Europe, we use ET for extra time. In the first 4 sets of Olympic volleyball match, the winner is the first to score 25. In the 5th set, it is the first to 15. 3 fencing blades used in Olympic fencing are the foil, the epee, and the saber. It's a much more serious sounding sword. Name either of the teams in last weekend's Leinster Senior Men's Football Final in Croke Park. It was Kilmacud Crokes against Naas GAA from Kildare. Well done if you got that. Well done to Kilmacud. That gets us on around 4 and the beginning of the second half of the quiz. Before we do that, let's have a look at the scoreboard. We have Lions T and Euroquizit, who've been neck and neck for the whole quiz. Tied for the lead now. They're on 23 points. They leapfrogged the Tadmeisters, who've slipped back to 3rd. Team Glen and Caledonia McBrain, I think the Solos, tied for 4th at the moment. Team Kalala and Civil Servants tied for 6th. They locked down Faye and No Glutes Caffrey and Fake Faz Dazzle and Belty Babes in the Bull. You guys are all tied for 8th. Well done to anyone who came alive during that sports round, had their best round of the quiz so far. So I'm looking at you guys. Brennan's Bread, well done to you. And surely someone else. Team Glen, well done to you too. Let's see. Shane No Glutes Caffrey. Oh yeah, okay, I see what's going on there. Alright. And welcome to the quiz, Gene with Finn. Firstly, Finn, it's good to have you back. And I'll give you guys scores for rounds 1 and 2. Let's do round 4, movie scenes. The volleyball one has come up before, to be fair. I sometimes do reuse questions. Round 4, movie scenes. Let's change to the picture round format. These are all screen caps from very, very famous movies, and we're just asking you to name the movie. Team captains should be able to see your answer sheets. Let's go. I don't think this film was very good. I think it's fine, but it revolutionized the genre, and it was nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards, I think. It was as well. What film is this? Question 2. I think this film is very good, and I'm almost certain this film was not nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. It is what it is. Question 3. We already have a submitted answer sheet. Heaven knows I'm quizzable now. We just got your answer sheet for the last round into this one. So just give me a second. While I calculate the score you should have got, which was 6. I appreciate you putting lightsaber down as the sword instead of saber. I'm still giving you points for it. And it made me laugh. So if you truly are quizzable, at least you can still make others smile, eh? On we go to question 4. Oh, what a film this was. Stonking. Loved every minute of it. Question 4. Question 5. If that's you guys, heaven knows we're quizzable now. I think the issue was on our end, not on your end, because we didn't have your answers from the previous round, so it was probably a problem with the back end. So please do not apologize, Adam. Mom's entirely with us. Question 6. Question 6. And on we go to question 7. And finally, question 8. And that is that. I'll give you the oh yeah, this again, slightly more zoomed in, if that helps. The edges are probably slightly cropped, but this is slightly less pixelated version of our pixelated bonus question. Good few teams have got it at this stage, but a few teams still haven't. I'd say it's about 50-50. It has been quite influential in the quiz so far. And here is your recap slide for the round. It's just gone 8:56 and about to go 8:56.5, so I will give you until 8:59 to get those answers in. Good luck. Alright, teams, collecting the answer sheets right now, so if you haven't already hit submit, please do hit it. Wonder how you're doing on this one. I think this one was it's pretty hard. Oh, it was pretty hard, but just a few of you just decided to casually knock it out of the park. No bother to you whatsoever. Fair play. Let's go through the answers, shall we? This is Richard Curtis's, I don't know, first major success The cast was all paid £25,000. It was made for nothing. It was shot in 2 weeks. It's 4 weddings and a funeral. Remade, starring Colin Farrell, but this is the original, I think. Total Recall. Ironic not to remember. You musical theatre lovers may know this one. The rest of you may not. That is from Heathers. And this movie, the meme movie, the Irish meme movie of 2021 or 2020 maybe. Jamie Dornan, Emily Blunt, Wild Mountain Thyme. A movie that looks kind of fun here, but isn't so fun. That's Science. I don't know how specific we were looking here. That's Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. I'll see what Scorcher Katie has decided. Gets points for that. The Full Monty. And finally, a bit of a weird one. The Cabin in the Woods. So well done if you got that. I'll give you guys an update on the scoreboard in just a second. Let's go back to the other format. We have some 9-pointers coming in. So we have one 9-pointer going in. First 9-pointer of the quiz so far, and it puts them in the lead. It puts them in the lead by a bit, actually. You're the quizzer, Harry. Trish and Paul on 32 points. Second is Lions T on 29. They didn't love that round. Third, Glenn Callahan McBrain on 27, having a fine quiz. Fourth, the Tadmeisters on 26. Then we have a stack of teams tied in fifth. Heaven knows in quiz roll now. Team Glenn, Team Kalala, Uncivil Servants, all of you guys tied on 25 points. Keeping that pressure on. No Glutes Caffrey in 9th on 24. And then the fake Frazzle Dazzle, last week's winners, in 10th. Shows you just how cruel this quiz can be. Up and down people go. But well done to everyone who had their best round of the quiz so far, which I think was quite a lot of you. To be fair, I think there was a few people who really turned it on. So Gene with Finn, No Glutes Caffrey, on Civil Servants, the first round there wasn't a 6 and it was a 7, which is pretty good going. And of course, right at the top of your quiz at Harry, all of you had your best rounds of the quiz. Let's get going. Science and Nature is next. Team Canvas should be able to see your answer sheets, and here it is. Dry ice is a frozen form of which gas? I read a cracked article that talked about the wire. I kind of want to see the cracked article now. That's kind of funny. Dry ice is a frozen form of which gas? Question 2. What term is given to a natural hot spring that intermittently ejects a column of water and steam into the air? I think these things are going to be pretty cool. I've never seen one, but I've heard they're going to be pretty cool. What term is given to a natural hot spring that intermittently ejects a column of water and steam into the air? Question 3. To which animal does the word lupine refer to? Could be lupine, actually. I'll go with that. To which animal does the word lupine refer to? Oh, that sounds better, actually. Yeah, we'll go with lupine. If there's any veterinarians playing, maybe you can correct me. Azote is an old name for which element? If there's any bloody chemists around, you might be able to correct me. Azote, azote, azate is an old name for what element? I know the azate sounds more periodic table. Azate is an old name for what element? Alopecia, is a condition causing the loss of what from the body? Alopecia is a condition causing the loss of what from the body? Question 6. A leveret is the young of what animal? A leveret is the young of what animal? Question 7. What is the most abundant protein in the human body? It's whey, my protein. What is the most abundant protein in the human body? Question 8. What is the name given to the condition created by too much bile in the bloodstream, creating a yellowing of the skin? What name is given to the condition created by too much bile in the bloodstream, creating a yellowing of the skin? It's getting clearer now. I think it's possible. When I put this one together, I thought it was possible that people wouldn't get it until the very end. Even right now, they'd be like, what? And that's not ideal, but I was pressed for time. Anyway, our pixelated getting a little bit clearer. And here's your recap slide. Dry ice is the frozen form of which gas? What term is given to a natural hot spring that intermittently ejects a column of water and steam into the air? To which animal does the word lupine refer? Azote is the old name for what element? Alopecia is a condition causing the loss of what from the body? A leveret is the young of what animal? What is the most abundant protein in the human body? And what name is given the condition created by too much bile in the bloodstream, creating a yellowing of the skin? Team captains, you have, as always, 2 minutes. It's just gone. 21:08. You have until just after 21:10 to get those answers in. One of my best and oldest friends texted me today, story time for no real reason, asking me was I on the same bus that he was on. I've known this guy 20 years. We see each other regularly. And I was like, no, I'm not on the bus. He said that my exact twin was sitting like 10 feet from him on the bus. Which is weird. I mean, this guy knows me well, right? This isn't some acquaintance. My aunt who hasn't seen me in 3 Christmases. This is a guy who... don't love that. Just another 20 seconds or so, team cams, to get those answers in. You're doing well on this round, it must be said. A lot of scienticians among you. It's probably bad news for anyone trying to close a gap, that you're doing, that you're all doing well, because I suspect there's limited opportunities to really gain. But collecting the answer sheets. Scorcher Arcady has entered the chat. Mustache and all. I don't know if I had the mo last time I saw Adam. I think I probably did, actually. I haven't seen anyone. I've been in constant form of self-isolating from something for a while now. Back in that buzz. As of today. Alright, let's go with the answers to the round, shall we? Dry ice is the frozen form of carbon dioxide, CO2. Well done if you got that. What term is given a natural hot spring that intermittently ejects a column of water and stream to the end? It's geyser. Geyser. But I gave the points to the people who gave us geyser. Geezer. Which is just, you know, a lad from Newcastle. You know, geyser. To which animal does the word lupine refer? Yes, a few people got this as a result of J.K. Rowling's incredibly unoriginal character naming, where she made Lupin, a character who was not born a werewolf but became a werewolf later on in his life, have the name Lupin from birth because he was a wolf, and Lupin is like lupine. One of many examples of J.K. Rowling's, I don't know, maybe not lazy, maybe wordplay, whatever you want, when it comes to character naming. Azote is the old name for nitrogen. I had no idea that was the old name for nitrogen. Loads of you got it, so well done to you. Alopecia affects, of course, the hair, and can have a whole abundance of causes, and sometimes none at all. Sometimes it can just happen, but often after stress or after trauma, so really, really rough condition. Leveret is a young hare. The most abundant protein in the human body is a protein called collagen. The name given to the condition created by too much bile in the bloodstream, creating a yellowing skin, is jaundice. A lot of House MD fans will be well aware of jaundice, usually caused by liver failure. Nick is on round 6, the final round today, alphabet soup. So let's refresh the scoreboard and display it for you here. The other Quizzard are in fine form. They need to get 5 or 6 points in alphabet soup, including the bonus, which they've clearly got because they've got 9 points the last 2 rounds in a row to guarantee themselves top billing. Lions T and Caledonia with Break, keep the pressure on. They both got perfect scores in the last round, 9 pointers. They're our first 9 pointers of the night. They're on 38 and 36, and then we have a whole heap of teams tied for 4th. Heaven knows I'm quizzable now. Team Glenn, the Tadmeisters, Uncivil Servants, all of you guys tied for 4th. So well done to you. No Glutes Caffrey in 8th. Fake Frazzle Dazzle and Team Kalala tied for 9th. And Gene Without Fin just outside the top 10. Well done to everyone who had the best round of the quizzes so far. Big shout out to Perpetual Motion Squad, who had the best round of the quiz by a margin when they also got a perfect score at 9. So well done to you guys. But also Caledonia with Braden and Lions T with their first perfect scores. Uncivil Servants with their first 8. As well as Team Glenn. Heaven knows I'm quizzable now. So well done to all of you. Let's get on with the final round of the quiz. Alphabet soup. General knowledge with a little alphabetical hint. Team captains should be able to see your answer sheets. Let's go. This B is the capital city of Lebanon. The location of that absolutely mental explosion about 18 months ago. Beautiful city. Very fun city. Good city to eat in. Good city to go out in. Good city to party in. Believe it or not. Dealing with a lot of difficulties on a national level right now is Lebanon, but what is the capital? This B is the capital city of Lebanon. Question 2. C blank B blank was an Irish writer and printer who was able to write or type only with the toes of one foot. Irish writer and painter, not printer. Chris. Keep the tash. Alright. My ability to keep the tash depends on how seriously I can be taken in my actual job while having the thing. But I'm enjoying it. And thank you for the compliment. C blank B blank was an Irish writer and painter who was only able to write or type with the toes of one foot. Question 3. VoIP is a technology that stands for what? VoIP is a technology that stands for what? Question 4. The first ever Hot Wheels car was a dark blue C blank. The first ever Hot Wheels car was a dark blue C blank. Question 5. In trigonometry, the C blank is the C blank is calculated by the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Whoa. It's been a long time since I've used this language. In trigonometry, the C blank is calculated by the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Question 6. Finish the quote. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of T blank. I have never heard this quote before in my life, and I suspect I know what it's for. I think you all got the bonus question by the last round. Fair play to you. Finish the quote. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of T blank. Question 7. Francisco P blank Villa, initially a bandit, became a key figure in the Mexican Revolution. The best revolutionaries are either poets or bandits. That's not true or a quote or anything. That's just a thought I had right there and decided to say it. Francisco P blank Villa, initially a bandit, became a key figure in the Mexican Revolution. Viva Mexico. And finally, question H. H blank Age blank was an American sitcom set in Nazi Germany prison of war camp that ran from 1965 until 1971. That's it for today, folks. You know what happens now. I'll give you your recap slide. I'll queue up Table Foggle. Put together a little Table Foggle game. We'll play that. We'll go over the answers round. We will reveal the winners, and then we'll leave it there for this evening. H blank Age blank was an American sitcom set in Nazi Germany prison war camp that ran from 1965 until 1971. This was the famous couch and lamp and fountain from the opening sequence of the TV show Friends. I don't know if it's ever shown like this completely empty, maybe for like 1 or 2 frames right at the start. Most teams, for most of the quiz, thought it was an animated TV show. So if you were one of the many people who was guessing King of the Hill and South Park and The Simpsons, don't worry, you're in good company. The blocky colours of this set probably did it for you. But well done to the teams who got it right from the start. It really helped a few teams maintain good positions on the scoreboard. Having it right at the start and being confident in their answer and sticking with their answer the whole way through. So Well done to all of you. Hope you still enjoy Pixelated as a concept. Let me know. We can take it away at a moment's notice if people aren't really enjoying it anymore. But here's your recap slide for the round. This B is the capital city of Lebanon. C blank, B blank was an Irish writer and painter who was able to write or type only with the toes of 1 foot. VOIP is a technology stands for what? The first ever Hot Wheels car was a dark blue C blank. Trigonometry, the C blank is calculated by the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Finish this quote. Whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of T blank. Francisco P blank Villa. Initially, Amanda became a key figure in the Mexican Revolution. H blank was an American sitcom set in Nazi Germany prisoner war camp that ran from 1965 until 1971. Team captains, as always, 2 minutes. You'll be done at 9:22. Of course you're a fan of it. Thomas, you got it in round 1. 6 points. Excellent performance by the Tadmeisters. Pixelated guessers today. One of the things that has you guys fighting for a podium. Alright, Team Cams, if you haven't already submitted your answers, do submit them. I'm going to collect those answer sheets now in just a couple of seconds. I wonder how many people got today's one by just guessing TV shows, and how many people were like, yeah, that's the opening sequence from Friends. I'd be curious. But let's play some Table Foggle, shall we? Ba, 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 ba. If you've played regularly, you know whether this works. If you haven't, work it out. It's like the game Boggle. You have to make words. 3-letter words will get you 1 point, 4-letter words will get you 2 points, etc, etc, etc. Make as many words as you can. Tap on a letter and tap on any adjacent letter. You can go diagonally to make words. I'm going to play along, so I'm going to give you all 2 minutes. We're going to start now. So we're going to 25-10. There were some massive scores in this a little while ago. Everyone was getting carried away with it. Since then, we haven't had a very good run of letters. This one feels high scoring. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I'm enjoying Wordle. I got today's Wordle worryingly quickly, which is a poor reflection. And every Irish person I know got today's Wordle very quickly. But I'm enjoying Wordle, even though I feel like there's a meta for Wordle, and as soon as you've cracked the meta, it's probably quite a... In the same way there's a meta for this. As soon as you've cracked the meta, it's probably quite a tedious game. 25 seconds, team captains. Just get the, what's your opening word, Glenn? What's my opening word? What is my opening? I'm going to open my Wordle. See what my opening word was today. We've got 5 seconds left on this, team counts. And we're done. Well done to everybody on that. Have I broken my No. Back. Let's zip over the answers around. Is B is the capital city of Lebanon? It's the wonderful Beirut. C blank B blank. We were looking for Christy Brown, an Irish writer and painter who can only write with the toes of one foot. Voice over IP, the technology used in Skype, for example. Voice over Internet Protocol. The first ever Hot Wheels car was a Camaro. I don't know if anyone got that. Well done if you did. Cool piece of knowledge. I don't know, there was a few teams who got it. See, there's lots of cars that start with C, Corvettes, Cadillacs, etc. Camaro is what we're looking for. In trigonometry, it's the cosine. I think a lot of you put cos. Wait a second. I gotta correct something. Our Scorcher was only accepting cosine, but I think in Irish mathematics culture, cos is a goer. Cosine is calculated by the adjacent of the hypotenuse. Finish the quote. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he should be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Francisco Pancho Villa. Initially a man, became a key figure in the Mexican Revolution. H blank we were looking for Hogan's Heroes, that American sitcom set in Nazi Germany, prisoner of war camp that ran from 65 to 71. That's all for today. I'll put up the contribution details in a second, and please do check out our shorts over on TikTok or YouTube. All of those analytics help. In the meantime, time to reveal that final scoreboard and say a huge congratulations to Uric Wizard. They've been doing very well recently. I don't know when the last time they were clear winners was. That might not have been that long ago, but massive congratulations to Trisha Paul. That won by 3, which is quite a margin over Lions T, who are very, very, very good. Lions T aren't going away with nothing. They're huge 61 on Table Foggle and beat out the Tadmeisters 51 and put them top of the pile on that. So well done to them. And Glenn. Caloney McBride in 3rd. The Tadmeisters 4th. Team Glenn in 5th. No glutes. McCaffrey tied with Glenn. Uncivil Servants in 7th. Heaven knows them because we're now along with Team Kalala in 8th. Faith Frazzle Dazzle, Gene Without Fin, and Perpetual Ocean Squad all rounding out the top 10. Well done to everybody tonight, particularly those who kept it lit right the way to the very end. And I'm looking at you. Lay locked down. Faye, had your best round of the quiz in the final round. As well as, you know what, it might have only been you guys who had your best round of the quiz in the final round. As well as Brennan Spread. There's always one. Thank you so much for playing tonight. Have an awesome week. From myself, from Katie, from Aidan, from Richie, from Rick. Take your handy. Thanks for playing. We'll talk to you all again soon. Good evening and good night.
you.